What it is, what it was, what it is, what it does. Shabar Lean Trucker, back with another. This is part 2 of 5 cons of being in the trucking industry. So, if you haven't seen part 1, go back and check that out. I will link it at some point in this video, so you can check it out if you haven't. But yeah, the first one was, 5 cons, same thing, but it was different. I didn't want to make the video too long. That's why I had a part 2, which is what we're doing right now. Now, for future reference, I do plan on making the positive side, some pros of being a trucker. I've been doing it for 16 years, so obviously it's not all bad. But yeah, the content is more really it can be for people who got the experience, just relatable situation, or people who just get into the trucking industry, or for those who are thinking about getting in. So just some information that I didn't really know or understand or learn until I got in. So briefly, if this is your first time checking me out, just want to let you know what my channel is all about. It's basically about my experience in the trucking industry. I've been doing it for 16 years and, had a couple of different industries, part of the industry, if you understand what I'm saying. I've had various different experiences, not a whole lot. I haven't been the type to jump around from different job to different job. I'm currently have my own authority. I've been having it for like 4 years. On the flip side, I'm also into the fitness side. That's actually why I'm wearing this. I'm not trying to show off or nothing like that. When I get through with this video, I'm going to the gym. But yeah, so I do cover topics on the health and fitness side because I really believe that's just as important. Simply because of the matter of fact, I'm gonna get into it in this video, but just saying the fact we gotta take DOT physicals every 2 years, and if you don't pass it, you cannot be, you can be out of a job real quick. Yeah, so please, if you're into this type of content, subscribe, like, share the video, share the content. Just get it out to other people who may be interested in this kind of deal. As far as, like I said, the trucking side and the fitness side, because I try to do both. On top of that, let me get into this. I do want to give you guys a heads up. It's actually I know it doesn't matter, but my second time recording this, no, third actually. I recorded it on the truck yesterday, and it didn't work. I tried to upload it, it won't let me upload. So instead it was in the truck, now I'm doing it here. But the reason I'm breaking this up is because I also show a tutorial on using resistance bands on how to work the tricep muscle. And just right outside the truck. But I got that clip in here, but it's gonna look like it's pieced together. I'm gonna put it in the video. But yeah, I got that clip in here, and I also show some workout clips when I went after I got off work yesterday and when it worked out. So anyway, bear with me on that. But yeah, let's go and get into the video.
Why you sleeping on us? Why you sleeping on us? No cap, we gon' have to make them believe us. Yeah, wake up, yeah, wake up, sleep on us. Wake up, yeah.
Okay, the first con. This don't matter, the order don't matter, so please don't get into the order. But yeah, the first one I want to speak of is a huge one. It's a very huge one. It is trucking is hard to get out of. I mean, it's difficult. So I'm gonna give a quick brief on why I feel that way. Okay, so I went to truck driving school. The one I went to is not open anymore, but it was 16 days. Okay, we did 7 days in the classroom. We did 5 out there on the track, just driving around, backing up, just doing all those little things. We got on the freeway, I think day 4 or 5. And then, not day 4 or 5 with that second week. So I guess technically day 12 or whatever. And then the next few days were spent at the DMV doing driving tests, the written test. You passed that doing driving tests, but it was 16 days. Why does that matter? Because when I got out, I don't remember exactly how much I was making, but I think I was on pace for 30-some grand that year. I'm pretty sure it's probably more, maybe 40. But the point is, you can get out of school and go making 40 grand a year, right? And when you think about that in the big picture context, what other profession can you get into entry level making 40 grand a year? Think about that. And then after only doing it, in my case, for 16 days. So there was a time where, some years back, where I just kind of I didn't want to quit trucking, but I was just more of what else could I do? And the realization that I had was, I don't have any other skills. I got in trucking when I was 21, and for me to quit trucking without starting my own business or something like that, I'm just saying I'm just gonna pick up a trade and go work somewhere else. In some of these cases, you go to a college, okay? The traditional American way, go to you get you a 4-year degree. You can be $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 in debt, and then you get out of school, not guaranteed to find a job, by the way. But when you do, or if you do find a job, you're probably making $30,000, $40,000. So that's why it's a very, very hard profession to get out of, because once you start getting in it, you start making the money, and you like, this is actually pretty good money, but the cons that I mentioned in part 1 and gonna mention in this video can be overwhelming to some, to where they feel like, I don't wanna do this, I want out. And that's why it can be hard to get out of. What other profession can you just learn within 30 days and you get out making that kind of salary? Hard to get out of. Definitely a con. I referenced it not too long ago, DOT physicals. DOT physicals can definitely be a con because, like I just mentioned a while ago, in other professions, you don't gotta take a DOT. You don't have to take a physical every 2 years to be recertified. And that can be definitely a problem for some people who are overweight. It was a problem for me. That's actually why I create this channel. That's why I'm here. It's because at one point, my cholesterol or blood pressure, I think it was actually both, was close to the line to where the physician, if that's what you call him, who's doing my exam, told me that if I don't get this correct by the next time that he see me, then he was gonna downgrade my card to, like, I think 3 months, you know, because it's every 2 years as long as you got a clean bill of health. And so I was like, yeah, and I was, to be honest, I was my late 20s maybe. I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna work, you know, can't do that. But anyway, that's definitely a con because, like I said, every 2 years you have to do that or you could be out of a job. I actually worked with a guy, my first local job, where he just, at this point, my first local job was back in 05. Yes, it was 05. And I was friends on Facebook. We still keep in touch here and there, but he's been out of a job for 2 years because his diabetes had got out of control and he couldn't pass a DOT physical. So yeah, it's like, what do you do if we're trying to have this deal as a career, and every 2 years you're going down that road, and if you don't pass it, again, like I said a while ago, what are you gonna do? That's definitely a con, at least in my opinion. So yeah, there are a bunch of different exercises you can do without going to the gym. That's why I did create that. That's why I'm gonna show you guys that part where you work the tricep. I've already showed one that you can work your shoulders. So, you know, as we continue to go along, we're gonna throw in some of those. So I'm gonna throw this one in. This is the next con, delays. Delays at the shipper, the receiver, even blowouts, you know, that could be on us, but, you know, breakdowns, all those things are a problem because if the wheels ain't spinning, you ain't getting paid, okay? So delays, though, getting back into the delay part of it, though. And the reason I mentioned even blowouts and breakdowns, because a friend of mine, own operator, he just broke down like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, and he had to stay there overnight. You know, you're not getting paid, but it's also something that some people don't want to do because he was planning on being home that night. Some people don't want to be in those positions. I know I don't, but you know, it's part of the industry. But delays at the shipper, you have some where you go there and you get there on time. They tell you to be there at 9, you get there at 8:30. You check in and you don't get out of there until 2 o'clock. That's a huge issue because you may have had another pickup appointment maybe at 1. You know, you gave leeway hours or time to get your equipment unloaded, whichever you decide, whichever you're driving, to get unloaded, and you gave yourself driving time to get there, and now it's all ruined because where you are at that receiver just doesn't unload you as fast as they should. And so that carry on over into your next load that has now been canceled. Guess what? Back to what we said, you're not making any money. That's why delays can definitely be a con in this game. Number 4, I'm gonna throw in food options. Food options are very, very limited. Now, I'm basing this on truck stops. You know, the Petros, TAs, Loves, just off the top of my head. Of course, there's a few more. But the point is, they all have the same food. You know, you got Subway, Wendy's, I think I got Arby's, McDonald's, of course. But it's very limited. And it's like you keep going to these same places, and the food can get redundant. Now, to take away any excuses that we can have, because we always can use excuses, all of us can, you can cook. You can cook on a truck, just buy necessary equipment. You can cook on that. You have other options there. There are Walmarts that you can look up and you can go into, pull on around the back. I've done it several times. You can get different food out of there. There's other ways to get other options, food options, but here's the problem. They're all inconvenient. So when I say food options, I'm really just talking about what's convenient for us as a trucker, where we don't have to go around or do certain things, as far as you just go to the truck stop, which is very convenient for us because that's where we're gonna fuel up at, or, you know, potentially stay overnight. Those places got limited food options. So that could definitely be a con for some people. Last but not least, I'm gonna say physical. I know it sounds crazy. It's like, man, you're just driving. What's physical about that? Well, because of you're driving in a certain position, you know, like we're supposed to technically be like this at all times, but none of us are. We're like this, leaning back, we're comfortable, trying to be comfortable, and we're driving. But we're in the same seated position their entire day. It depends on, of course, if you're local, blah, blah, blah. But I'm talking about the average truck driver. You're in that same position for the entire day. And that can take a physical toll on your body, believe it or not. It's a real thing. So being in that stance is just like a person that's at a desk all day. When you're at a desk all day, they recommend you do a lot of stretching, a lot of different things to correct your posture, because over time, you start, your body your spine and all that start to curve and lean over. And obviously that can lead to herniated discs. It can lead to a lot of bad things. So it can be a physical toll on you. But how do you overcome that is some of the things I was mentioning. You do a lot of stretches. I got a morning stretch routine that I already got posted on my YouTube channel. I'll link that in the video as well. Hopefully I remember that. But yeah, you got morning stretches you can do to help alleviate some of that. Some of the exercises that I'm going to show throughout, using resistance bands. You don't need a gym. That can help correct some of these things and keep your muscles, your bones, muscles and stuff strong to prevent some of those things. But again, yeah, that can be definitely a con. Okay, from here, I'm finna go ahead and throw in the clips of the resistance bands showing that tricep movement. And then I'm gonna follow that with an actual gym workout. I actually went to the gym afterwards, and then I'm gonna wrap the video up. So yeah, I'm showing this here at the receiver. So I just threw this at the top, show it in a second. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's very easy and simple. Don't take much time. Pull my sleeve up, not flexing. Just showing you what you're supposed to be hitting right here. Just chest up. This is where we're working that tricep. Straight down, squeeze. Right there, you feel it. Yep, that's it. Up, down. Control it on your way up. So you don't want to just let it go up like that. You want to come down, squeeze. Don't just let it go up on its own. It's like you want to keep the tension right there on your muscle. That's it. Let me show you. I just threw it up here. See there? All I did was just throw it around. Nothing major. Find whatever you can, get that done. Shirt. Yeah, I'm loud, but it's all good. It's a shirt, man. Try to get 12 of these. It ain't that easy. I got my little belt on. Try to get the scene.
live.
It's time to rock.
It's time to rock.
It's time to rock.
The lean truck away, baby.
160.
Get you a shirt.
Ah.
160, he capping. This ain't no 160. Let's see, y'all. Good God, it's 160, man. Look at him. Look at him. Pull it to the trucker. Pull it to the trucker.
Get it out for all my
Get down.
Uh-huh. Shoot for 12.
Get down.
Shoot for 12.
Take my shirt off.
Don't doubt me on this. Ha. Ha.
Let's go, y'all. One.
All right. It's called a humble roll. What you call it? What you call it?
Inverted row.
Inverted row. It don't really matter to me which way you want to count. I want to go for 10. Last time I did 8. I'm trying to push myself.
You see them thing right now?
What's that?
All them,
What's that? Let's see.
them games, yeah?
Let's see.
Games.
Let's see.
Oh, there you go. Y'all, why his face won't touch it? Because his chest too big. Nah, come on, that's 10 right there. Oh.
5 me up.
You 5.
5 me up. Nah. I don't want none of that 5. I'm good. So I'm going 3.
3 of them.
Usually I do.
Count it. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
Usually I do 4 or 5 on each side. I'm riding that bike today, and my legs be smoking,
Smoking.
so I'm gonna take it easy.
They be on that.
No, the bag smoking, not your smoking.
I don't do that kind of smoke. Don't listen to him, y'all.
The bike trail. Yeah. This wind's turned me up though. I ain't gonna lie. So guys, if you made this far, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Why? Because you could have been doing anything in the world with your time, but you chose to give me a few minutes. I appreciate it. All I ask is, like I say, comment, subscribe, share, like the video. That's it. All that is free. Just take a little bit of your time, all right? Appreciate it. But yeah, that's it. So keep it in mind, stay on the grind, one day at a time. Salute.